So, dear guests, we are now here in Estonian Business School. You have been here for 3 days in the framework of Estonian Development Agency's cooperation project to support your university in developing your management study program. And I'm curious to find out what are your impressions and what you have learned here. So if you could share your experience and impressions from EBS.
Well, it was a great experience. Thank you for having us. It was very helpful for us, and we love here. And actually, can I say in my point that I love the way that you teach and the students and the atmosphere here. I just like here.
That's very good to hear.
If she would not become one of them, or maybe her next study will be management, we don't know.
So you could become a management teacher as well as a career. Rachel, what about your impressions?
It was really intensive these 3 days, and we learned a lot, and we still have lots to learn from you, and we hope this cooperation will be like long-lasting. Eventually we can develop our study program to the standards that you have here, and we also learn how to change things, which is very important. Yes. And what about Lilith?
Yeah, just let me also thank you for having us here at Tallinn at your university. As for me, I'm really very impressed with your university, also with Tallinn also, but as we are here for a study program, I'm really impressed with the way you're teaching, the way everything is made here for students. So it's very important to understand that it's not only the teaching is for teaching, but teaching is for making our future students bright, like so.
What are the main specific things you think you would like to adopt in your university? Well, it's a big and long development process, obviously, but maybe some key things that you spotted here and thought, yeah, well, we really would like to move further to doing it similarly, the same way or even better.
Maybe it's an outcome-based approach to the study program, and also the student-centeredness that you have here. It's because we have some concepts that we try to understand and develop in Armenia, and when we see these concepts in action, we get examples, and maybe the whole point of the study trips are to see how other people work and different approaches which then inspire us to create ours.
Anyone wants to add something to that?
I like the teaching methods and the slideshows and the active learning methods. I think it will be helpful for us in Haybusak University.
Yeah. So I will try to conclude because I guess everything is said already. But what I like is the way your outcomes are made. So they are made. You are having class exams, so it makes for a student like it gives opportunity not to think every time about the exam or something like that. Just to have a time for learning, because like, it's when we say lifelong learning, so I see this whole process here. So it's not just the words, but I see it's in the progress, like how it's really doing in a real life. And I guess it makes the outcome of this whole process like more visible and easy for students to have.
One thing I personally would like you to remember, and also I think what you saw in our presentations and descriptions about the study program development and this intended learning outcomes based development, is that it's not an easy process. Also, it's not an easy process for us. And it's not linear process that you start and then finish and you are done with that. So everyone has their own struggles and multiple tries. So I think the main thing is also that you start somewhere, try out, iterate, try again, and then you get to where you want to. Because for me, it's really, really super impressive that Haybusak, as an Armenian institution, actually has decided to go to the European accreditations, because you are not required to have one. So it's your voluntary quality standard, and that really resonates with me personally, but also I think with everyone in EBS, because the quality of business education is close to our heart. And then I think it's also a very perfect way for us to collaborate. We are a few steps ahead. You can learn from us and also reach your goals, and maybe as EBS tries to be a leader and setter of examples in Estonian education market, we hope that maybe Haybusak will be then in the forefront of educational development in Armenia, also showing to other institutions how things should be done, or how things could be done in the ideal world. So do you see that other institutions in Armenia might want to follow your lead also?
Yes, we established a foundation to support other institutions, higher education institutions, in their journey towards European standards. It's really very difficult to find a partner university, because most of the European universities, some of them have a budget which exceeds the budget of our entire country. And they would not be that willing to spend time and work with us and help us understand and develop. That's why we are very thankful to the Estonian government for this program, and to you and Olaf and Anneli. And we met here, Anto. And it's really, mostly it's a human factor that drives the development, and willingness to support each other. And then when we see this, we are also eager to support others in their way of developing. This is the entire idea of international development, to share and to better understand each other's ways. What do you think are the strengths of our university, Katri?
Well, as I already expressed previously, I think that the very, very big strength is just your very devoted dedication to this quality process, which I really, really find impressive. So you have selected to get European accreditations. You have selected also quite a strict partner for that.
Yeah.
Estonian Higher Education Quality Agency is known for not bending their standards and doing very rigorous work. And also you have already gone through the accreditation process not only one time, but several times. So sometimes educational institutions think that let's get the accreditation. They try it once, so they go through the process, which is hard work. The results often point to shortcomings. Maybe it's not so rewarding always, and it is very, very easy for schools to give up at this point. But you didn't give up. You have been working with those problematic aspects, improving constantly, and you have grit. You are so dedicated to go there. So I think that's the kind of the umbrella to all of what you're doing. And of course, Haybusak is also a private institution, and as we both know, EBS and Haybusak, that being a private institution has some very positive aspects and some very some aspects that make life more difficult. But for you, I think also as a private institution, you can take the decisions, and you are a little bit more agile, smaller. You can make decisions quicker. You see something maybe working here at EBS, and it doesn't take years for you to implement it, but you can gradually implement it fairly quickly. So I think this relative smallness and agility compared to big public institutions is also definitely your plus. Also, as far as I see, you have been recruiting new people, or you have staff who is young and super highly motivated, which is very nice to see. So everyone has spark in their eyes, and also quite fresh out of education system themselves. So they have this experience. They haven't forgotten their experience as a student. So they can also translate this very directly into how to manage the student experience well. And I think what Elisa pointed out here, that she was impressed by the student experience here and the student engagement. So if a young person not straight out, but fairly straight out of educational system and then working as a staff in the university has this experience, then I think the motivation to implement things is a lot higher. So yeah, I would say that this your dedication to quality, absolute grit in this sense, then the agility that comes with smallness, and then the third thing is motivated people, because as we have discussed also, change management is very, very difficult, and there is resistance to change.
Of course.
And education by its nature is a very traditional field. So there is always this resistance that we have always done it like that. Why should we change? It kind of seems to work, So I think that these are the main things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but I think with that, we have covered your impressions and my impressions, and the next step in the project will be our team visiting Haybusak University again, and then already starting to work specifically on improving your management program. So we are very much looking forward for our visit and continuing the work. So thank you very much for the visit.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. And we are very thankful again, we have to say, to the Estonian government for supporting this program and giving us this possibility to work with you and collaborate and look into our future.
Thank you, Hracia, and thank you.